Willkommen zurück am Jazz-Ding-Stand auf der Jazzahead 2019 mit Petr von der Flat Earth Society. Now, you have some explaining to do about this name. How long have you been around, and who decided that you should have this name and that the Earth from now on shall be flat?
Well, the short story is like 25 years ago, there was two English guys living in Ghent, where I live, and we had a trio. And those two guys, based in Drum, they live in Leeds, and they were telling about people still believing in England somewhere, still communities believing that the Earth is flat. And so they said, oh, this would be a great name for our trio. So it started as a trio, and then it went bigger and bigger and bigger. So we're a big band now, but I kept the name. And I still like it, and it's even it's getting very actual now. When I look around the world, I see there's so much Flat Earth Society around, also politically, and all those big masters that rule the world now. So I think we're the perfect soundtrack for it.
And you said you're getting more and more comments and hits from people who actually think that, yeah, the music is nice, but the concept, wow.
Well, I don't care about the music. The other thing is there's a big misunderstanding. A lot of people that surf the wee web, they think that also our site is a site about this, and so they leave their comments and how they think, because they still have a lot of problems. It can be a disc, but what's underneath it. So, and there's a lot of theories around this. It's very funny until a certain point. And so also our Facebook account thinks that everything was a bit too much with those people trying to. But then we said, okay, we're just music. Listen to our music, and then the good thing is that then they left us.
Once they heard the music, they left you alone.
Yeah, once they heard the music, we were easy with it. So it's a good thing against those bad ideas. Yeah.
Now, you mentioned that it developed or evolved from a trio to a big band, but if we think big band, there's a certain thing that we think of, and this is a really different big band, right? I mean, you hardly play any Ellington arrangements from the good old days, but so how do you keep this band together for 25 years or almost that long? Is it just because they all have so much fun and not share the belief in the flat Earth, or is it because they can something maybe because they like the music so much and the fact that they can really play out what they want in this huge sound context?
I remember this question from a video. Someone who asked this to Duke Ellington, and then he said, "It is the money." But that's part of it. So no, the thing is, I try to also to have an organization around it. Organization is 2 people, and to pay the people. Okay, and then but all those they're all people I like for how they are, and the thing is, it's because we like to play this kind of music and to do this adventure and go from muddy roads to big highways and all this kind of things music can bring. Have fun with it, also experiment with it. That's the thing, I guess. It's the music that melts it together, melts the orchestra together, and I like after very few years I knew that the only thing that to keep those people together, because I like them and I want them to be together, is compose music. They also want new stuff. Yeah, new stuff, and that's why we already now have an enormous catalog of songs.
How many different programs you have? Because you have, there's this with a film, there's really different ideas and also sonically different concepts, right? So how many are there?
Well, we have what we call repertoire. So this is going for regular concerts. Let's say it goes song by song. So, and there I think that there must be like 200 now or more. And then we have projects. This can be that's like for film or for theater. So we also do a lot of, every now and then we do theater. So these, and or we had an opera, and for so we like to do this kind of projects because that's a thing that I'm very interested in doing. Music and something else, music and film, music and cooking, music and dancing, anything. But you have to open it up and see what happens. And also the thing is that those are kind of projects that for a long term, so you have to plan. So then it's good for the agenda. We have a fixed budget. It makes things clear. And in between, we have this repertoire thing that can flow. And so there's kind of it's kind of daily natural dynamic for me.
You also, I think, wasn't there an anniversary with the film that you're working with? Tell us a little about that, because I remember seeing some things on YouTube that were really...
Well, we have this Ernst Lubitsch film, Die Austernprinzessin. It's from 1919, so this year it's 100 years old, and so we want to play it again. So we had it we started it 15 years ago, and we picked it up last year. There was a new version, also a new print, new restoration for the Muggenau Stiftung. So we have this new print, and we had to adapt some things. We have the new subtitles, and so everything is ready now to go and to play it a lot. We go to America with it, and it's a bit our traveling ticket. It makes us go everywhere, not only around the world, but also in different publics. Because I still think I've seen it many times now, and still is a very good film. It's funny, but it's well done. It's also, the way it looks. It's a perfect film for me. It's only 1 hour, because that's the problem. You have a lot of those films, and it's 3 hours, and it's too much for me. It's for children. It's for everyone. You can play it everywhere, and so we will set up now, because I like this. We also have other projects with other films. So we're going to start up now a mobile film thing. So we have an old, how do you call this? The fire van, So we know a guy who has an old fire van with everything in it. So with a inflatable screen, the beamer, the sound system, everything is in it. We can go anywhere, a small village, big, everywhere. We just need one point of electricity, and we can do it. So we would like, it's romantic. So next year we would like to make a tour with it and go to places where normally you never get. So with other kind of organizers and just go in summer under the stars. Have in a little village somewhere in Bayern, or Yeah, that's one of my dreams already for a long time. But well done, It's cinema, there's a film like this, cinema. I forgot it. So you come into a village, you say, okay, tomorrow, Cinema Paradiso. That's the idea. I want to do this.
Perfect. And it's funny because 100 years on, all of a sudden there's a certain, even a political edge to a film that was never meant to be political, with Lubitsch and the story. And you mentioned Fritz Murnau, because they had to leave. I forgot why. And you see this with a different eye 100 years on. There's a lot of naivete, but there's also, especially with Lubitsch, he was such a master that is still unrivaled. Of course, there's more smoke and mirrors, there's more effects, there's different actors, but these films are the ones that you can see 100 years on and go like, wow, that's a good movie.
Especially this one, it didn't age. It's so to the point also. It's also, I think it's his last silent movie. So I think it's really a culmination point of how far you can go. And then he left for Hollywood. And to me, he's a very important cinematographer also. And so I think we have contact with his great daughter now. in Hollywood, so she will be there.
Wow.
Frau Lubitsch.
That's amazing. Now, am I wrong? But I think he did To Be or Not to Be as well, right? Yeah, which is, yeah. There you go with the politics again. I mean, it's just, yeah. Anyways, Peter, thank you so much. And people, check out Flat Earth Society and be sure to hit the right website. And it's the one with music.
If you think it's the wrong, it's the right. Okay? Thank you. Thanks so much.